A very early good morning to you. It's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Today it's moving day for my daughter into her new house. So I am up bright and early. I have to get my car loaded up. The girls have been staying with me the last couple of months and I'm helping her move in today. So I have lots of work to do. But I didn't want to miss the 100-day challenge here. So I got up a little bit early and I had an idea, of course, last night while I was trying to sleep. I was going to do something else, but I want to do this one because we're using by request, we're using the Cordelia kit. And I wanted to use up some of these scraps before I move on to the tea party sampler. That's what's coming next. By the way, if you have any requests for kits you'd like to see demonstrated while I'm doing the 100-day project, give me a comment below and let me know which kit you'd like to see in action, so to speak. Okay, so I want to do some stripes or strips today. I'm not quite sure what we're going to call this just yet. Or ribbing. I'm not sure what we're going to call this. So I'm going to try this by measuring. That's going to be I might have to do math. Never like doing math. I mean, I'm good at math, I think, but I just don't like doing math. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean, well, I was good at it in school. That's a long time ago. Okay, I need a little scrap piece of paper. Go. Who can't find a scrap piece of paper when you're a junk journal maker? Okay, so we have 7.25 is our total width. And these guys, of course, it's going to be an odd number. This is what I thought I'd like to use, this kind of velvety. Yeah, of course, there's some wonky number. I might just have to I might just have to trim my envelope. I don't know. We'll see. But let's find, well, easiest way for me to find center is this. Let's just try it this way. Okay, so there we have a center. And let's just be sensible here. Let's fold that in to get that line. Let's fold this in to get this line. How about that? So I'm going to put ribbon right across the center of that, and then I'm going to put ribbon across the center of those. And I might end up doing the edges. I don't know, how do those measure? What did that end up? Okay. All right. Let's just do it. Let's just do it and see what it turns out like, because we can always adjust. Remember, this is a book of ideas. So I could make notes if there's something I need to change. All right, so let's see, what scissors do we want to use? This looks a little scuffed at the end. I'm just going to trim that off. Of course, I will keep it though. Right on my door hanger, on the back of my door, with all of my ribbon, I have this jar of fabric scraps. That's where that's going. It's very handy to keep a jar like that. Okay, let's try it. I guess I could be a little more generous with the glue. Yeah. Let's try. Oh, I'm way off there, sorry. Trying to make sure I'm up high enough and I'm too high. It doesn't matter if the glue spills over because the whole thing's getting glued, right? We can trim off our ends. Okay, that's cute. I'm just going to trim it a little in case it shrinks a bit as it's drying or moves. You know what I mean. And then we'll do the same thing here. This probably isn't the right order to do this. I should probably put the paper strips down first, but let's avoid that math this early. It's really early. I don't even want to tell you how early it is. I mean, it doesn't matter what time you're watching. It's just... So this might not be exactly even Steven, but okay. So that's my strips of velvet lace, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now let's measure what we have left in between. Oh, 1.5-ish. Less, a little more than 1.5. A little less than 1.5. Oh, wow. A little more than 1.5. Okay. So I'm going to guess that this... Maybe I should have measured that first. Okay, I'm not measuring. It's far too early. That's okay. All right. So we'll set that aside. So I have all these beautiful papers to choose from. I was looking for some sort of coordinating... Here's some ephemera to use afterward. Like these colors here. And I want to use up some of these scraps too. So... I think this edge for the butterfly, but then well, the edges are going to be easy, very easy, because I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Sorry, I know I have a lot of paper on my desk and I'm sorry. You know what? Let me just tidy this up a minute. I'm going to put my full sheets with my full sheets. There we go. Ooh, this is pretty too. Okay. Full sheets, cut sheet, cut sheet. Oh, that's pretty too. So I really do love this kit. It's old. It's one of my very first kits, but it is definitely a favorite. Okay. I think I mentioned in the last video that I was actually thinking of putting some of these kits like in moratorium and there we go. It's not much better, but okay. At least I know where everything is. All right. Putting them in moratorium and then bringing them back after I enhanced them, but I don't know. I kind of, just because I know I've learned a lot over the last 5 years with my graphic design, so I think that let's just start with this one. Oh no, that goes this way, so that's not going to work. But that stripe kind of throws me off. Let's not do that. Okay, back to this original idea. Like these roses in here. So I'm just going to snuggie that right up against the... Sure am. That didn't quite go as planned. Let's try that again. I guess it would be good to... Oh, you know what you could do? Is lay your paper down and then measure for your... Because if these laid over top, that's fine, right? Ah, next time, Kathy. Next time. Maybe if we have time, we'll do two. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. I need my... And we'll see what we have left for paper. I'll trim that ribbon off while I'm here. You should see my book of ideas. It's getting so big. So big. Ridiculous. It's in a good way. Okay, that's really pretty. So to balance that, I would like to use the same paper over here. So let's do that. So I'm just using a glue stick. I have my art glitter glue handy here too, just in case. That's what I use. I use the art glitter glue for the ribbon. Yeah, see, this is the color that actually made me think of this. Remember that I have this velvety type of ribbon. And I think this is going to be very pretty. Ribbed, what would you call this? Stripes, ribbed bars, strips. We already did strips of paper, ripped strips. Let's call it stripes. Let's call it stripes. Okay, very cute. Okay, you're getting sticky. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, let's see. Who wants to join the party? So I just need 2 more. Alternating probably would have been better, right? That's okay, Kathy. There's this beautiful kind of just a hint of it there, that this bluey color. Oh, I just really do love this. Well, let's just do that then. I am just going to try to guess. Let's use the trimmer for a straight line. Because, say it with me, Kathy can't cut a straight line. Let's just drop this off. I could measure. Oh, ew. You go ahead and measure if you want, or lay your paper down first and your ribbon down second. But what fun would that be? Okay, that works. That works. My daughter is moving right around the corner from my nephew and his wife and kids. And my daughter's kids. So of course they're all super excited, the cousins, because they're going to have little cousins. Well, the big cousins so it'll be bigs and littles. The littles, they're all excited. I don't know who's more excited. To have their cousins close by. Oh, this is super pretty. So pretty. So we should use something a little more. Oh, even that would be good, right? Then I can cut that strip off and not have to worry about it. Just try to get as much of the butterflies in as possible. So maybe there. Let's try. Let's just guess, because I have a lot of paper. I'm not worried. Let's just guess. Let's see. Ah, room. Love it. Okay, so this thing trims so close. Like I can do the teeniest, tiniest strip. still. Sorry if this is painful to watch. I will get it eventually. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do videos this early in the morning. I can't think yet. Oh. Okay, I have my, so much for measuring. Let's get rid of all of that. I'm going to call that success because I can shimmy that down. I can smush it under the ribbon. Sneak it under there. Okay, so I am going to keep my eyes open when I'm thrifting for more glue sticks. I found a whole bunch of glue sticks one time thrifting, and it's lasted me, like, that was a really good find. So keep that in mind when you're checking the office supplies section, or sometimes people clean out their craft rooms or school rooms, or I wonder if I can do this. Do I dare? Yep, 100. Look at that. Okay, well, you get the idea. Let's turn it over and trim the edge. That's really pretty. I really like that. I think that's gorgeous. Oh, too short. Well, we can ink that, right? We could ink that. Think anybody's gonna notice? No, not likely. And again, it's just from my book of ideas, so. My daughter found a beautiful home. It's well maintained. It's just the perfect size for them. It has a, well, it was a 2-bedroom home with an office plus a den plus a 3-season sunroom, which has windows, and it has a hot tub back there. And so what we did was, the office, we removed, it's full of shelves. We removed a couple of the shelves, and it's small, but it fits my youngest granddaughter's bed perfectly. One way, there's still a little room. It's like 8 by 9 or something. It's a small room, but she's a small child, so we thought, you know what, there's the ability to possibly expand. The next room to it is a utility room, so she could potentially, let's do that. She could potentially make that room bigger. So one day, let's just get her moved in for now. So I still have my grand dog, my granimal, here, just so that she's not upset or confused or in the way or getting loose during the move. So my dog and my granimal, they get along really well. They love each other. My granimal's just still a puppy as far as I'm concerned. She's just under 2, or is she 2? Maybe she's not a puppy anymore, but I don't think she's 2 years old. Maybe she is 2 years old by now. And my dog is 8 years old, who also has a vet appointment. Shh. She's due for all her vaccines and stuff, and her oh, we get that flea, tick, and whatever combination, which seems to work very well. If by chance she gets a tick. Do you have ticks where you are? They don't like her, so they just kind of fall off or whatever. She's a white dog, so they're easy to spot, and she's a short-haired dog, so there's that blessing with that white short hair. The curse about that is everybody leaves here from my house looking like it snowed. Her dog hair is just, she sheds. So this is a talking about dog breeds. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but I'll tell you a story about my dog. So there was this dog up for adoption, and I inquired, and the lady that owned this pup, the dog was older, and that I was ready for a dog because my husband at the time, he worked away a lot. I was home alone all the time, so it made sense. And his kids that lived with us were teenagers, and they weren't around as much, so it was time for me to get a dog. And oh, that's so cute. I love that. I love that. So anyways, I inquired and applied, and they go through all the things and check you out and whatever, and they start sending you pictures and telling you all about this dog. Well, I started to fall in love with this dog before I even met the dog. And then they denied me at the last minute, and I was like upset. I'm like, why? And anyways, it was because, and it's understandable, the dog was used to being with its owner 24/7, and I at the time was still working. But the reason I inquired about this dog was because I looked, I heard or read that that breed, which is, she's an American Bulldog Boxer Cross, are good apartment dogs, or not that I lived in an apartment, but they're good for being left alone. They sleep a lot. And I thought, well, that's perfect. Oh, that is just so pretty. Okay, let's do that. I don't know how well it's going to stick down. Let's try. But anyways, I got denied, so I was a little upset. So because I'd been searching that breed, sure enough, it came up on, I think it was Kijiji. Do you use Kijiji? I think you have Craigslist, maybe in the US. In Canada, we use Kijiji. It's a market. It's a place for people to buy and sell privately. So, anyways, there was an advertisement for the a litter of dogs that was going to be ready for their new homes, and it wasn't too far away. And sure enough, my daughter and I went for a drive. And which way would you go? Probably this way, right? And I saw this litter, met the mom and dad dog, met the owner, the breeder, and all those siblings, all the puppies. So adorable. So anyways, I ended up with a puppy, like a 2-month-old puppy, instead of a 7-year-old dog at the time. So anyways, here we are 8 years later. But yes, so that was my focus, was a dog that would be okay on its own without having, separation anxiety or something. And a fair-sized dog. I didn't want a huge dog because, it's just me most of the time. Anyway, she grew to be the biggest of both breeds that she could possibly be. She's like 85 pounds, maybe even 90 pounds by now, because she's getting a little older. But she's in great shape and very healthy. And anyways, that's how I ended up with Ruby. I, however, did not know, if I had have taken more time, I did not know that they shed so bad. It's just this American Bulldog Boxer Cross, they shed terribly. But if you want the sweetest, most loyal, loving, sleepy time dog, snuggly, oh, she's a wonderful dog. Absolutely wonderful. So I do have room here. Ooh, that's a big envelope. I didn't even check. So let's add this to our book. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I am not going to have time to do a second one, but if I was going to do this again, I would cut my strips of paper even sizes, lay them down, and then I would add my ribbon after. So these look like bars. Stripes. Let's call it stripes. Okay, so this is day 27. Wow. And I don't have time to decorate the other side today, but I normally would decorate this as well. But like I said, it's moving day, so I'm just happy to have this amount of time this morning. Very early, if you can tell by my voice. Okay, so let's call this, in case I'm not going to go back and cover that. I know I'm not. It's day 27, and we're going to call this stripes. Okay, beautiful. So I'm just going to glue this into my book. Oh, I just love how this ribbon goes. Okay, no, we'll save that for another project. Okay, so again, this is the Cordelia kit, and because it was suggested by a viewer, thank you again, I put it's on sale in my Etsy shop till the end of March. So, just lost my scissors there. I am going to probably use it again for the next reel or so. But once we do the next YouTube video, I'm going to move on to that tea party sampler. So again, if you have any kits you've browsed in my Etsy shop that you'd like to see what they actually look like in, well, I know it's on video, not in person, but it's much different than a graphic, right? It's nice to see how they print and ways to use them. So if you would like any kit demonstrated, please comment below, let me know, and I'll add it to my list. All right, this is so cool. So all of this is Cordelia. And then into the book of ideas you go. This is fabulous. So that's day 27. Wow. What? We have 100 days, so we're still going. All right, so look at my book. Look at this goodness we've done. Look at our book. Look at how much stuff we've done already. So many ideas for envelopes and so many more to come. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me today. I better get my butt in gear here, and yeah, happy moving day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.